Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Andrea Koput.
Hello, my friends and future millionaires. Andrea Copa here with this episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. Today, my fabulous marketers, I am here to bust the number one email marketing myth. As you guys are some of you are brand new to marketing, some are brand new to entrepreneurism, some of you are polished vets of entrepreneurism, email marketing, and you're here to hone your skills. Well, this is one of the number one myths that I am really ready to bust. As everyone in email marketing knows, there's a whole lot of people and a whole lot of rules. Well, this might come as a shock, but I am a bit of a rule breaker myself. I see a rule, it looks far too black and white to me. I'm going to prove that that rule can be busted. And this is one of the number one rules busted. As you get into email marketing, you're going to have people say, all messages must be sent from between Monday and Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. in your said time zone. Eastern, Pacific, my favorite Central time zone. You must send them in the morning, weekdays. So that's what people do. And what happens? Your click-through rate, your conversions are going to be the highest Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And why is that? Well, the reason you're getting such high click-through rate at that time is because that's when you sent the message. Make sense? If you send a message at 8 a.m., highest click-through rate is going to be when you send that message. People aren't farming through their emails all day long. Something pops in, they open it, they take action. Very low amount of people farm through their emails, see something later on, take action on it then. So what myth are we busting? That you have to send emails bright and early in the morning in order for them to convert. This is 100% false. Yes, one group of people are your early morning people. Those are the people with that subject line that act at that time. Send a message at 8 a.m. Your 8 a.m. people will act on it. Your 2 p.m. people will not. That means you don't have one list. You have many lists. You have a huge group of emails of people on your list that you're messaging, and a portion are AM people. Great. So you send a Monday morning message. I send that exact same message with an edited subject line the next day at 2 in the afternoon. Those are my after lunch people, and the people that didn't act in the morning, that didn't click on the message, are going to act if they're 2 p.m. people. It doesn't matter when you send the message. What matters is that you leverage all your leads. If they're 8 a.m. people, they'll act. And if they're 2 p.m. people, they'll act if given the opportunity. Do not be afraid to message people multiple times. Take your message, send it to 8 a.m. Send them at 8 a.m. Perfect. Got another message? You send it to this group at a different time. This is leveraging the work you did. Whenever I write an email, I don't send it once. Send it 3 times. I send it to everyone in the morning. I send it to everyone who didn't click on it the next day. And I send it to everyone else that didn't click on option 1 or option 2 the third time. Always changing my subject line, thereby leveraging all leads. Busting the early morning email myth, which you're going to hear time and time again. There are no cut and dry rules. Test everything. And that's your takeaway. Test everything, because you don't know what's going to work for your message and your list. Your message and your list has never been created before. That's why we test things. All right? Remember that. Think about that. Always be testing. There's always more than one way to do things. And this has been this episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. I'm Andrea Kopit. Happy to help you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.